my wonderful people. I greet you all according to your location, anywhere you are joining this program from. May God bless you. As you are coming in, please share, invite your friends. I will introduce the topic, then I'll open up the line so that if you want to call in to contribute, you can call in to contribute. Please share this program, invite your friends, invite your friends. But let us pray before I start introducing the topic. Let us listen to the prayers of Mazin Nandi Kano.
Good evening and good night to some of you. We'll pray in the language of heaven because Chukwukika Biama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwukika Biama ya nyefe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ekpere ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro iwe enye anyị ndụ ala karị ndị nwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ikere nọ n'ọbadịrị aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na ihe kwuru anyị nkwa na omekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mbọ bụ ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụla anyị a na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi nara ụtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ise 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 ise. As I said.
So my people, welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I introduce the topic and before I open up the line for you to call in if you want to ask questions, because I have moderators in this program, so I need to address some certain things so that we will know how we go about this. But before then, let me greet people. Chukuma, welcome to the program. Queen Sharon, welcome to the program. Chuk Survivor, welcome to the program. Anybody that is watching me, even those that is not writing, I welcome everybody into this program. Before then, I will open up the line. I will introduce this topic. I want to make this, everybody knows what is going on right now. And I want you, if you are calling in, please, we are looking for solution. We are looking for a way forward. I am not here to discuss anybody. I am not here to discuss DOS, Simon Ekpa. No, this is Linda's TV show. If you have any correction or any suggestion, please go to IPOB, I think Media Rapture. You can address them. But here we are looking for a way forward. And another thing I want to address here, sometimes you people say I cut my video short. I don't allow the videos to play. Yes, because it is the duration or how long you watch the video that tells me whether to prolong it or not. If I post 20 minutes videos, you watch it 5 minutes, which means you don't like the video, so I don't need to be prolonging it. And sometimes you people say I talk too much. It is the rules and regulation of YouTube that before you put video, you need to introduce it and say what the video is all about. I am taking my time to do this now, because if I see anybody that is writing to me, you talk too much, you do this, you cut the video, I am explaining myself now as we go to this program. In today's program, open up the line, we are going to be looking into Mazin Nandi Kano's torture in DSS. I believe most of you might have heard it or watched the video, but it pains me that when something like this come up, it doesn't go viral. The video is supposed to go viral. I made that video, is supposed to go viral so that the whole world will see what is happening. Some of you, you watch video, you don't share. Do you think that sharing video will make the person that owns the video to be rich? No. This is information, right? The meaning or the importance of information is that when you hear, you pass across so that other people will know what is happening. If you love Mazin Nandi Kano now, any video pertaining him that you watch, you need to share it so that the whole world will know what is happening. And beside this stream, you will see ash button there. If you want to support me, if you want to do anything, click on the button and you can support me with anything. So the second thing we are going to be looking into is sit at home. Do you people think we should resume this sit at home with full force? Please, all these things I'm mentioning now, these are the things we are going to be discussing. If you have opinion, if you have suggestion, if you have questions, because I have moderators here, so endeavor to ask. If you cannot be able to call in, you can call in. If you don't want to show us your face, you can mute the camera and we will hear your voice. I prefer that. So sit at home. Should we continue it or should we abandon it? Now, another one is changing the topic of Biafra. If you look at what is happening in Facebook, especially, I don't know. I don't know. If you look at me now, you see that I am not happy. I am not happy after reading the write-ups and the situation of Mazin Nandi Kano in DSS, and our people are not doing anything. What we are doing is coming on social media, attacking, fighting ourselves, insulting ourselves instead of looking for a way forward. And some people are trying to change the narrative or the topic of Biafra. Another one we are going to be looking into is Nigerian soldiers. Yes, this is coming from one of my subscribers who gave me this information. According to him, he said that there is a soldier that lives in their compound and the soldier is not more going to work. And he questioned him, why are you not going to work? I thought you are a soldier. He said yes, because their guns and all the weapons they use have been collected from them and given to the Fulani. So any Biafran soldier you see now, they are not working. And another issue that we are going to be looking into is Ambassadorial attack to Nigeria. What do you think that made this to happen? What do you think that led to this? And lastly, yesterday or day before yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Igbo elders visited Buhari to beg or to plead him um, so that he can release Mazin Nandi Kano. What do you have to say? As I open up the line now, please, you can call in and give us your suggestion, and I will be bringing in my moderator of this program. It saddens my heart. It saddens my heart. If you want to call in, the link of the line is there. Please click on it, and I will bring you in. You will tell us what you have. It saddens my heart, and I have been crying. I've not been feeling very well since I read the message or the information Mazin Nandi Kano pass across. For him, John, happy weekend to you all who is in this platform. Welcome to the program, John Chukwuezi. So, after watching or reading the message, I was saddened. It saddens my heart. I wasn't happy. I said, look, for this one they speak out, this one they just mention out that Mazin Nandi Kano is suffering. It's just to show you that it is very, very serious. Remember, if you can remember in my program last week, I said it here, those of you who were here last week, that that day of court, people like fantasy. People believe in fantasy. They don't like reality. They believe in fantasy. I was looking into his eyes. I saw pains. I saw agonies. I saw tears in his eyes. But people were happy that he came to court. And if you can remember again, I talk about, I think Chuk Survivor also addressed that issue. That why is it that every time Mazin Nandi Kano will appear in court, he will be putting on one cloth? Does it mean that he likes this cloth? Even if he likes the cloth, they should provide several colors of this cloth to him. For me, unknowingly for me, that it is against his wish that he is limited by the DSS to be putting on such clothes. Mazin Nandi Kano had been restricted from going outside. He had been stopped from sleeping with pillow that made him to develop series of ailments. Mazin Nandi Kano, they are treating him like an outcast. According to the write-up, any prisoner or any detainee in that DSS custody that greets him will undergo a severe punishment. Mazin Nandi Kano's eyeglass was smashed in Kenya during his abduction. Up to this moment, the eyeglasses have not been replaced, leading to the deterioration of his sight. And our people, oh God, Linda, you can do this. I need to hold myself. I need to hold myself. And our people are busy on the net fighting themselves. Busy fighting themselves. Why Mazin Nandi Kano? Let me tell us something. I know I'm nobody, but if anything happens to Mazin Nandi Kano, Igbos, we are going to be suffered. Biafrans, Oh, oh God, I wish you open the eyes of the people. I wish you can open the eyes of the people so that they will know what this man stands for. Mazin Nandi Kano have sacrificed everything he has. He doesn't have a house. You remember how Nigerian soldiers destroyed his house. He doesn't have anything left. He sacrificed everything for my people. Oh, God, God. Took survivors, welcome to the program, please. I will hand you over. You will talk. Let me put myself together. Then I will come back. Took survivor, please. Can you say something? Can you say something? Let me put myself together. Took survivor, you are welcome. Please, can you say something? Can you continue? Let me put continue. Hello, Chick Survivor. Can you hear me? Chick Survivor, can you hear me? Please, can you continue this program? I will continue because even if I'm talking now, I won't talk very well. Chick Survivor, can you hear me? Can't you hear me, Chick Survivor? Chick Survivor, can you talk, please? Can you hear me? I believe you. And yesterday, our elders, they traveled, our Igbo elders, they said they traveled to Abuja to beg Buhari. And you and I know that these people, what they traveled there to do is just to force Mazin Nandi Kano to drop Biafra agitation. That is the main reason. But from what I'm seeing now, the problem we have right now is not from the Nigerian government, it's not from It's from Igbos ourselves, from ourselves. If we have somebody like Mazin Nandi Kano two or three, Biafra will be restored. I have never seen anybody that could replace Mazin Nandi Kano. Mazin Nandi Kano. Oh. Please, if there's anybody that can hear me, can you call in? Can you call in so that you continue? Because Chick Survivor, if you can hear me, please take up this program.
Welcome, Biafrans. Welcome, Biafrans. Welcome, Biafrans all over the world, wherever you're hearing me from. I appreciate everybody that have joined the program. I thank you, Biafrans, and I say all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. IPOB one family. IPOB one family. IPOB one family. We are one people. IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. Every place you are in the old southeastern region, present south-south, or the present southeast, you are a member of IPOB. You are all welcome. My sister, weep no more. Don't weep. Don't weep. Don't cry. Our enemies cannot see our tears. We don't have to show them that we are weak. We cannot be weak. We can't be crying. My sister Linda TV show, we can understand the situation is very painful, but we cannot allow our enemies to see our tears. We can't allow that. Don't be weak. There's no need to share tears. There's no need to share tears. It's a very difficult time for every single Biafran, everybody that is genuinely fighting for Biafra, everybody who genuinely value the life of human being, every freedom fighter, not just in Biafra land, not just in the southern part of Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world. This is a very sorrowful time, a very painful period that we all are feeling the pain to our bone marrow, but we cannot share tears. We can't give up. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying or what anybody is doing from their angle. We can never give up. Not now. Not ever. Until Biafra comes. It is a very sad situation and difficult situation on what we are seeing, on what is happening. But we can never, ever give up, and we cannot allow our enemies to see our tears. We don't have to allow that. We cannot allow that, and we cannot be weak. It is painful, pain to the bone marrow. It is very painful what is going on, even though so many of us already know that this is what is actually going on from day one. From the very first day, our Supreme Mazin Nandi Kano was arrested from Kenya. That very day, he was kidnapped, not arrested. The very first day Mazin Nandi Kano was kidnapped in Kenya, from that very first day up to this minute that I'm speaking to you, it has been a very difficult time, and he has been going through torture. That is the true situation. Whatever our legal team have been telling us for the past time, it is not because they hate us, it's not because they want to lie to us, but maybe for one reason or the other, they try to bring the information in that form to make sure that they don't kill our morale, they don't make us feel bad. But they have known that this is what is going on for a very long time. But for one reason or the other, they decided to keep it away from us, not because they are not doing their job. They are doing what they feel they are supposed to do that will make Mazin Nandi come out, Mazin Nandi Kano come out, and we also have to do what we are supposed to do. Whatever you have read in that very press statement is not something that we are going to continue to read over and over again. It is something that we all know that is happening and was about to happen. But it's so painful. Where the pain is coming from is from those of us who call ourselves Biafrans, those of us who call ourselves agitators, those of us who call ourselves leaders who are supposed to speak up, who are supposed to do something and make something change. We could not change anything until we waited until the lawyers bring the information raw, the way it is. We could not be able to ask the relevant questions. Some of us, we are shy from asking the relevant question Some of us, we are so ignorant that they couldn't be able to ask the relevant question. Some of us pretend as if they're not seeing anything. Some of us, out of know what to say or what to do, and that was why they could not be able to offer anything. But I thank Chukwu that today everything has come to normal. I thank Chukwu that today we can now see things the way it is. I hope you can hear me and see me. I don't know what is happening to the network. I hope you can still hear me, can still see me. So that is the situation. What you have seen and whatever you have read on that very press statement from the lawyers is exactly the situation. You don't need a prophet to tell you that that is what the situation is before you have to believe that. That was exactly what the situation is. Even before we are being told. But some information we are being kept away from us for reason best known to the lawyers. I am not speaking against them. They are trying their best on their own way. And we, as Biafrans, have to try on our own way also. It has come to a stage where we have division of labor in the struggle. Division of labor. We have gotten to that stage that everybody has been talking about. Division of labor. Anything you can do to see that things turn around, you have to start doing it. It is not just about me. It is not just about whoever is in leadership. It is not about anybody you want to support, anybody you want to talk about. It is about your freedom. The freedom of our student Mazin Nandi Kano. And I will always remind you that the freedom of Mazin Nandi Kano will translate to the freedom of every Biafran. The freedom of Mazin Nandi Kano will translate to every freedom of every Biafran living in the planet Earth. In extension, the freedom of Mazin Nandi Kano will translate to the freedom of every indigenous person in the contraption called Nigeria. And that is the truth. That is the reason why everybody has to speak up, every hand has to be on deck. The unconditional release of Mazin Nandi Kano has to be cried for by every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria, not just the Biafra, not just the Oduduwas, not just the southern part of Nigeria. Every indigenous tribe, even in the north, they have to cry out and speak up for the release of unconditional release of Mazin Nandi Kano. Whatever you are seeing today, you are hearing. You can see the way my sister Linda has broken down because of the information that has come out. You see the way she broke down. So many people have broken down the same way. So many mothers cannot handle information when they come. I believe that is more reason why the lawyers we are trying to keep some things on the ground. But why the lawyers we are keeping some things on the ground? Those who are supposed to do the needful, we are not doing the needful. And then the necessary questions were not being asked. That was why the questions that are supposed to be asked, we are being asked. Mainly, the question that triggered this very thing that is happening is the question that was asked by one of our brother, one of our formidable brother who is preaching on his own platform on daily basis. I'm talking about our brother Simon Epa. When he asked that relevant question, which is the question that leadership was supposed to be asking. When he asked that question moved the trigger. And now we are getting the message raw, the way it is. There is no way anybody can think, nobody that is in detention that can be comfortable. Even on your own self, that you decide to stay at home because of the situation of the world now, because of the disease that is spreading all over the world. People stay at home. You know how difficult it is for you. You are not being forced. On your own, you choose to start. So you know how difficult it is for you. If you have been locked up in a police station for one day, you know how difficult it is. If you have been to prison, you know how difficult it is. Let alone somebody who is being captured by an enemy, who is being kidnapped by an enemy, kept under the custody of an enemy. How can any man think that he is comfortable where he is? He is not. He is not comfortable and will never be. So whatever you have had is the exact situation of Ashina in Ghana. And I wouldn't want anybody to come up and begin to blame the lawyers and talk down on the lawyers. Let's not talk down on them. Let's not talk down on them. Maybe if we reason best known to them, just as you see my sister breaking down, if you are being told exactly what Mazin Nandi Kano is going through, You will marvel. Some of us cannot handle it. We can't handle it. But I must tell you that all is not well. And that is why we have to do everything possible. Everything. I say everything. Nothing. No stone must leave. No stone must stand. Every stone must be turned to make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano is being released. Anything you know you can do in your own platform, in your own way, anything you know you can do, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care. We have reached the peak. We cannot afford to gamble with the life of our student Mazin Nandi Kano. We cannot afford to gamble with the life of our student Mazin Nandi Kano. If you can, I cannot. And I believe so many Biafrans cannot afford to gamble with his life. Because this is the only man that is speaking the voice of the masses, not just the voice of the Biafrans, not just the voice of the people from the southern part of Nigeria. He is speaking the voice of every indigenous person in the contemporary called Nigeria. I will always like to emphasize on indigenous people because I know there are so many indigenous tribes in the contemporary called Nigeria. And the only people that are foreign, they are the people that are oppressing us, the Fulani Janjaweed. The foreigners who we have decided to accommodate, because the indigenous tribes in Nigeria have a good heart. They are welcoming, they are understanding and meaningful. The people they decided to welcome with their open hand are the only people, making sure that none of us in that contraption survives. The people that we have welcomed with an open hand, the indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria, the people who have welcomed with an open arm, the Fulani Janjaweed. Starting from Ottoman Danfodio, the Hausas made that mistake. They welcomed Ottoman Danfodio into Nigeria with an open hand, with a free mind. What did Ottoman Danfodio do? When Ottoman Danfodio came in, instead of appreciating the welcome he was given, what did he do? He turned around and began to go against those people that welcomed him. He was able to convince our Hausa brothers. And the Hausas turned against their own rulers. Their own rulers who are standing for them, doing everything for them, they stood against their rulers. They took away all their rulers, killed them, and they stagnated them. And Ottoman Danfodio, a Fulani foreigner, planted emirs in all parts of the world, in all parts of Nigeria, in all parts of the north. Everywhere you go, you begin to see emir. We do not have any representation of Hausa. Today, there is no representation of Hausa today. You have emirs everywhere, emirs. Fulani emirs. Fulani emirs. They didn't stop there. We went ahead and went ahead. They handed over to Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello came again in open place, openly before the whole world, begin to preach hate speech. He began to promote northernization. He began to promote northernization. It was all about the north, the north, the north. When he's talking about the northernization, he was still talking about the Fulanis. He wasn't talking about the Hausas. He wasn't talking about the other tribes. He was trying to make sure that he suppressed everything and promote Fulani. Look at where they have taken us to. That hatred have brought us to civil war. They forced a civil war on the Biafrans. Biafrans did not ask for the war. They forced it on us. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, fought gallantly. Our eternal leader fought alongside with many brave Biafran. Our General Effiong, fought along with our eternal leader. General Effiong fought along with Ojukwu during the Biafra war with so many other people, so many other Biafrans in that Biafra land. They fought gallantly until the last minute when everything was over. And the government of the contraption of core Nigeria, the Janjaweed, said there is no victor, no vanquish. Well, we said, okay, let's go on. They brought the 3R, rehabilitation, reconstruction, and the other one. None of those 3R was implemented. No reconstruction, no rehabilitation. Nothing was done. No reconciliation was done. We continue to move on and to make sure we reintegrate ourselves. Yes, reintegration. They could not be able to accept us, even when we are trying to reintegrate ourselves, until when we came to this our century on our own time. Our Supreme Leader Mazin Nandi Kano came with the message again. Seeing everything that happened, Mazin Nandi Kano did not just wake up and begin to fight and begin to antagonize Nigeria. He didn't just come out and begin to talk. Mazin Nandi Kano began to preach the message of peace. He protested in London. At London, Mazin Nandi Kano protested in London for the so-called One Nigeria. Go and watch the protest. The protest of Mazin Nandi Kano is still online, where Mazin Nandi Kano was protesting for the so-called Nigerians that they are seeing today. All these people who are shouting One Nigeria means. Mazin Nandi Kano protested for One Nigeria. And in that protest, listen to him very carefully. He told them, make sure you keep the people safe. More especially, Nigerians in the north are being killed. The Boko Haram are killing people. Christians are being killed. Do something to protect them before it escalates, or else Nigeria might break. That was the one that Mazin Nandi Kano gave while he was protesting on behalf of Nigeria, on the side of Nigeria. At the end of the day, the call wasn't listened to. Mazin Nandi Kano continued. Some of us didn't know that Mazin Nandi Kano, some of you don't know that Mazin Nandi Kano even participated in political party. Mazin Nandi Kano participated in ABGA. ABGA they are hearing today. Mazin Nandi Kano participated to see if it will work. Kano was a member of ABGA, but it never worked. It did not work. It was the same thing because the foundation is faulty. The foundation is faulty. Until Mazin Nandi Kano came up and said, now enough is enough. Mazin Nandi Kano went down on his knees and prayed, and Chukwu Okike Abiama told him the assignment he's supposed to do and gave him the mantle to restore Biafra. Mazin Nandi Kano did not chicken out. He came out. He went to Radio Biafra. He began to pass the message. So many of us got that message that Mazin Nandi Kano was preaching. We had Mazin Nandi Kano. His message was clear. He was asking for self-determination. Self-determination is not against international law. Self-determination law is in African general law. What Mazin Nandi Kano was demanding for was not war. He wasn't calling for war. He was calling for self-determination, and that self-determination, he asked for it through referendum. He was asking the Janjaweed to conduct a referendum so that people can decide their fate, what they want, where they want to be, and how they want to live their life. On that message, Mazin Nandi Kano went on radio, he was preaching. So many souls were converted. You and I, most of us were converted through that message. He preached and preached and preached until we got to the stage that we are today. Mazin Nandi Kano, even while he was preaching, so people were saying, come to Nigeria, come back to Nigeria and speak, come back, don't stay abroad. Mazin Nandi Kano, knowing fully well the implication of coming to Nigeria, took it upon himself to show his integrity, to show his sincerity and commitment to the restoration of Biafra. Mazin Nandi Kano came down to Nigeria. And what did they do? Just like they are doing now, they kidnapped Mazin Nandi Kano. Mazin Nandi Kano went through series kinds of challenges. Different kinds of challenges, different kinds of attack, different kinds of temptation, up to the extent of even bribing him, presenting a bribe for Mazin Nandi Kano. Mazin Nandi Kano was offered so many juicy gifts. Mazin Nandi Kano rejected that. Mazin Nandi Kano was offered an oil well. Mazin Nandi Kano was offered a position in the government, up to the extent of giving him a vice president. Mazin Nandi Kano was given so many juicy positions. Mazin Nandi Kano was also given the 5 southeastern states to go and leave his brothers behind. What did Mazin Nandi Kano say? Mazin Nandi Kano said no to that. What I want is Biafra, and the Biafra I'm looking for is the Biafra that comprises of the old southeastern region, which is the present south-south and the southeast, and also the lower Benue. Some people begin to ask, what is the map? Where is the map? Mazin Nandi Kano gave them the actual map of Biafra, because even the map of Nigeria you are seeing is not a true map. That was the thing that was drawn by British. Mazin Nandi Kano gave the map by telling you, go and ask your grandmother or look at your mother. Any place you see people tying 2 pieces of wrapper, that is land of Biafra, and that is where he's fighting for. Any place you see women tying 2 pieces of wrapper in that contraction called Nigeria, that is Biafra. After Mazin Nandi Kano said that, he continued to fight. Up to today, as I'm speaking to you, Mazin Nandi Kano have never changed from that request. He is asking for a Biafra that comprises Everybody in the old southeastern region, this present south and the southeast, is not asking for Igbo Biafra. He's not asking for Ijo Biafra. He's not asking for the 5 states Biafra. Mazin Nandi Kano is asking for a Biafra that comprises of those family. That one family. When you hear IPOB, one family, the indigenous people of Biafra are one family. Regardless your tribe, regardless your religion, we are one people. And if you don't know they are one people, go and look for people who you think they are speaking different dialect. When the person make a complete sentence, you will find your own language in what that person is saying. You will find your own language in what that person is saying. And the people who are even talking about 5 states, the Biafran people, even if you talk about the Igbo Biafrans, they are in 13 states of the Federation. And Mazin Nandi Kano said, we cannot leave our brothers behind. The Ijos, the Efik, the Ogoni, some part of Edo State, the Lower Benue, they are all one family. They are all indigenous people of Biafra, and we cannot leave them behind. Mazin Nandi Kano stood on that up to this very moment. That is the reason why the government could not handle it. Mazin Nandi Kano continued to make his message, continued to fight to see that he restored that freedom that we so desire. Mazin Nandi Kano united the whole southeastern region. We started speaking on one voice, and we know whom we are as Biafrans, one family, not two. We can have different tongues, we can have different dialects, we can have different religion, but we are from one ancestor. And there is no doubt about it. Go and look for somebody. If you are an Igbo Biafra, go and look at the Ijo person. Go and look somebody from Ijo. Look at that person very well. The way he acts, the way he responds to issues, the way he speaks, his color, the kind of food he eats, you will know that the person is your brother. Go and look at a Calabar person, somebody from Calabar. Look at their color, look at their appearance, look at the food they eat and the way they behave, the way they respond to issues. You will know they are your family. If you are not satisfied, go to Google. Go to Google and Google. These people that you mentioned their name in the Southeastern region, who are their relatives? Who are their relatives? They are one people, and there is one thing that connects all of them, one relative that connects all of them. This was a message that teared apart the stronghold of the Janjaweed on the Biafrans. The message of Mazin Nandi Kano that caused the trouble, that break the Janjaweed into pieces. And they got mad. They got mad. They want to take his life by all means possible. They got mad. They got mad up to the extent that they dumped every consequence and they went to Kenya, kidnapped our senior Mazin Nandi Kano. They kidnapped Mazin Nandi Kano, started torturing him all the way from Kenya. And when you heard that Mazin Nandi Kano was tied on the ground for complete 8 days, he was urinating in his body, eating on that very place, tied on the ground for 8 days. You think it's a joke? You heard that Mazin Nandi Kano was tortured in Kenya for 8 days, and he was the only thing that is now moving you is the press statement that was given. The press statement that he was given, you think it's something that just started today? You think it just started yesterday? This is the reason why I see people who are supposed to be leading. When I see people who are supposed to be leading talking trash, it makes me get mad. This is why most of us insisted that the sit at home must continue until Mazin Nandi Kano is released, because the torture has not stopped. Even as I'm talking with you, the torture is still going on. It's still going on. Mazin Nandi Kano, last time when we were in this program, somebody came in this program and he was talking about the shirt that Mazin Nandi Kano was wearing. That why is it Mazin Nandi Kano wearing the same clothes? I responded to that very question, and I told the person that it might be Mazin Nandi Kano that on his own made that choice. That was what I felt within my spirit. I answered. I said, maybe Mazin Nandi Kano decided to wear that. But as we are guessing, as you are here now, you are guessing, I am guessing. Our leadership is not supposed to be doing the guesswork as we are guessing. Our leadership are supposed to be having critical thinking. They have to be thinking on top of every other person. They are supposed to be thinking on top of every other person. The person that came on this program, that they complained about that very dress. I saw the dress, but I was thinking that Mazin Nandi Kano was trying to make a statement with that dress. But it is only after our brother Simon Ekpa came on his channel. Simon Ekpa made a heartbreaking broadcast. On that broadcast, for some of you who did not watch, The question he asked on the broadcast that very day, before this very press information was released, Mazin Simon Ekpa said in his program, he still asked the same question that somebody asked on this program that we did before that very time. We did that program first. He said, why is it that Mazin Nandi Kano is appearing on the same clothes that he was kidnapped in Kenya? The same clothes he was tortured with. The same clothes is what is appearing. He has appeared in court 3 times with that same clothes. Why? And our brother Mazin Simon Ekpa, with his critical thinking, went ahead to say that we have to make sure that we change that clothes. That even if we cannot change that clothes, if Mazin Nandi Kano insists, if it is his own decision to wear that clothes, that Biafrans will say no. The people should tell him that Biafrans say no, you should change the clothes. And if he insists that we should buy that clothes, different kinds of color or different type, if it is that clothes he wants to wear, buy different type and give to him. We cannot allow our enemies to laugh at us. That is a slap on our face, and that is a strategy of the enemy to put us down. A strategy of the enemy to shame us. That even if Mazin Nandi Kano wants to wear one clothes, that he should be told to change that clothes. It was when Mazin Simon Ekpa made that move. He made that statement after the next meeting of the lawyers with Mazin Nandi Kano. That was after 2 days. We had the real information and the true situation of Mazin Nandi Kano, that the DSS have refused Mazin Nandi Kano to change clothes. The DSS were the people who refused Mazin Nandi Kano from changing the clothes that he was kidnapped with in Kenya. The clothes he passed torture, they couldn't allow him to change the clothes. DSS stopped that. But all this while, some people think it's okay. You think it's okay when you know that DSS stopped him from changing his clothes. Is that okay? Do you think that is okay? Do you think it's the right thing to do? Do you think it's the right thing? Even a prisoner in the prison yard, government provide clothes for them. They change their clothes. They change their prison clothes. Prison yard who have uniform, they have to change their clothes. And prisoners have different kinds of clothes to change. Why are you going to stop our son of Mazin Kano from changing his own clothes? Mazin Nandi Kano has some problem with his eyes. The glasses that he's using, they have refused him to use his glasses. Even when the glasses were brought to him, they refused him. The shower he used to cover his head to pray, they refused him from using that shower. Are you talking about his medical attention? Of course, there is no medical attention given to him. The only medical attention that Mazin Nandi Kano is having is Chukwu Abiyama. And I believe and trust in Chukwu Abiyama, that Chukwu Abiyama is the highest doctor you can think of. He will never disappoint us. Even though Chukwu Abiyama have given doctors knowledge to do things, when it is necessary for Chukwu Abiyama to come down and do the work, he will come down and do the work. And it is because the hand of Chukwu Abiyama is on Mazin Nandi Kano. That is why you are even seeing him breathing and walking today. How many of us watching this video? How many of us watching this video will face a torture for 8 good days, tied on the ground, without water, without anything? 8 good days. How many of us watching this video can stand such a torture and survive it without any treatment? How many of us? How many of us can survive it? Well, you can all see now that it's no longer time to make noise and time to begin to look for left or right. It is time to begin to act. If you know anything you can do to make sure our Supreme Mazin Nandi Kano will be released, continue to do it. And the only thing I have seen yet is the voice of the masses. The only thing I have seen on board that is working is the sit at home that we are doing, the civil disobedience. Sit at home. That is the only thing that I have seen. Unless they are going to bring something else tomorrow. If something else is presented tomorrow, either by the leadership of IPOB or from any angle, and we see that it is working, of course we are going to support it and we'll move on. But we cannot drop what we are doing when we have not seen anything yet. It is absolutely wrong. It's only a mad person who would do that. Let me tell you, we cannot afford to gamble with the life of Mazin Nandi Kano. We can't afford to gamble with his life. We can't gamble with his life. You can gamble with anything, not with the life of Mazin Nandi Kano. It is now clear that thing that's been hidden is now out. Mazin Nandi Kano is in a critical condition. How are you going to change the hand of time? How? Are you going to change the hand of time? By begging. Of course, you and I know that the Janjaweed do not listen to a begging. Begging has never worked in Nigeria. It has never worked in the life of the Janjaweed. The begging did not work. And you know the politicians, you know what politicians can do? Sweet talk. Sweet talk. They sweet talk you, and you think you're with them. I saw some people sharing the video and some people rejoicing over the meeting that the so-called Mazin and some elected people went to meet with Buhari, and some people are rejoicing. Let me tell you, don't rejoice. It is too early to rejoice. Don't rejoice about anything. There is nothing to rejoice about. On that meeting that they held with Muhammad Buhari, I must confess, I saw some respectable elders, some elders that I respect so much. The man that led them, I saw some elders that I respect so much among them. But I cannot say because I saw what they did or what they're doing, drop what I am doing to see that Mazin Nandi Kano is free. And I'm not going to advise any Biafra to stop what you are doing simply because you saw some people in Asorok. That is not the way to go. Anything we are doing, we have to intensify it until we see result. This is just like prayer. Our fellow Christians, me, I'm a Christian. So many of us who are Christians, they say, push until something happens. That is prayer. We are on the motion now. A time to push until something happens. We have to push until something happens. Don't stop what you are doing. We are not stopping for those who say they are going for a political solution. We are not stopping them. We are not stopping them. I am telling you, they should go ahead. Go ahead with your political solution. Go ahead. We support you, we encourage you. But we cannot stop what we are doing on our own side. Every hand has to be on deck. Every single Biafran, even a child, every hand has to be on deck. And they sit at home. Let this coming Monday be the greatest sit at home ever seen in Biafra land. I am praying that this sit at home, this Monday coming, let us have the greatest sit at home ever seen in Biafra land. We can't gamble with the life of Mazin Nandi Kano. It doesn't matter the drama they are doing. It doesn't matter whatever. They should go ahead with their discussion. If at the end of the day there is a result, glory be to Chukwu Kabiama. But for us, we cannot gamble with the life of Mazin Nandi Kano. If we lose him in the next 500 years, you cannot get anybody like Mazin Nandi Kano. You can't get. In the next 500 years, you can't get any. As it stands now, you can see he's the only man standing out. The only name you can mention, after mentioning Biafra, you mention Mazin Nandi Kano. The only name you can mention, and any Biafra, any place he is, he will turn around and look at you and want to listen to what you're saying. The only name you will mention, every Biafran, regardless their religion, their tribe, they will rally around him. And now, in extension to our Oduduwa brothers, not just to Biafrans, this is the only name now that connects us. It has become a name that connects us with our Oduduwa brothers. Mazin Nandi Kano have succeeded in making us to stand on the same platform with our Oduduwa brothers to protest and demand for one thing. Mazin Nandi Kano has changed the narrative. What are you doing on your own part? We can't afford to gamble him. We cannot afford to gamble it. Mazin Nandi Kano has become a rallying point for every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. It doesn't matter what they are demanding for. As long as you are talking of justice, equity, you are supposed to be standing behind Mazin Nandi Kano, and you are supposed to be calling for unconditional release of that justice in DSS. The only single man that has justice in his hand, has truth, and is faithful is in DSS. And any other person in that country called Nigeria that wants peace, wants justice and equity, should begin to call for the unconditional release of Mazin Nandi Kano. That is the only way to go. Anything short of that is a waste of time. A complete waste of time, absolute waste of time. And we cannot afford to continue to dive on that very direction. The time has come for every Biafran. Now it is not only the Biafra land. If you are living in the southern part of Nigeria, in any part of the southern part of Nigeria, and you are a Biafran, you have to get yourself involved. If you are living in southern part of Nigeria and you are a Biafran, you have to get yourself involved in the sit at home on Monday. It doesn't matter if you are the only Igbo person in that village where you are living. Close your business on Monday. Close your business on Monday and join to air your own opinion. Only one day, sacrificing one single day in a week is not too much. It's not too much a price to pay to make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano is being released. It's not too much of a price. It is not too much of a price. It's even small. And let me tell you, no Biafran man or woman will go hungry.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter. Thank you, Biafrans. Please add your voice. Let us fight for the real thing and continue to air our opinions.
Thank you, my moderator.
Thank you, my
Thank
sister.
you so much. Yes, I want us to be discussing it gradually. Thank you for being there. I want to appreciate Anthony Great. Anthony Great, thank you so much for that super chat. May God Almighty replace anywhere you bring the money from. If you want to call in, please, I will drop the link. I will drop the link there. I will keep on dropping the link. Emmanuel Chukwu, I don't know if you know how to be dropping the link. I'll be dropping the link so that if you want to call in either to ask questions or to contribute, you can call in. I'm pasting the link now. Please call in to contribute. I had a lot of people who were calling in, but the network was bad. So thank you so much. As you are coming in, please subscribe. I have a lot of people watching my videos, but you people are not subscribing. If you like what I do, why not subscribe? Share this video, let it go viral. Let us help ourselves. Sometimes when people tell you to share video, you think you are doing favor to Linda. No, you are not doing favor to me. This thing I'm doing, you are not paying me. Nobody is paying me. I am doing it with my heart. The essence of sharing the video is for the video to go viral so that the world will see, especially now that Mazin Nandi Kano cries out, for them to open their mouth to say this thing means that it is critical. So you need to share this video. You need to share any video pertaining to Mazin Nandi Kano so that the world will see. So that the whole world will see, because Mazin Nandi Kano is in a critical. This is not time to be hiding anything. There is nothing to hide again. He is not feeling fine. He is not okay. He is not okay. Mazin Nandi Kano is not okay. What are we going to do? What are we going to be doing? They went to Abuja, and now this Abuja they went to is to negotiate with him either to drop Biafra agitation. They said they want to give amnesty to Biafra. I don't know if Biafra is a terrorist group that they want to give amnesty. What are we going to do, Ndi Igbo? If we open our hands and this opportunity slipped from our hands, believe me, I have never seen anybody that will replace Mazin Nandi Kano. Please, if you have something to say, I give you the opportunity to call in. The link is here. If you don't want to show yourself, you mute the camera. So my brother Chuk Survivor, let us continue. And those that supported me, I appreciate your massive support. I appreciate everything. 1 naira, 2 naira, I appreciate. May God bless you. So my brother Chuk Survivor, now you have talked about the issue of Mazin Nandi Kano and all the tortures he has been passing, or he's still passing through in DSS custody. I know it right from time ever since he was. Remember, there was a time I was talking to you. I tell you that these people will be torturing. You said no, no, they will not. I just laugh. I said, as if you don't know the country you are. I know that they are torturing him. And the reason why the lawyers don't want to say these things since is because they don't want to cause more problems. And I don't blame them for that. Now, the thing is worse. His health is in critical condition. Since he has been adopted, according to him, he said a substance was injected to him in Kenya during his abduction. In normal circumstances, he's supposed to go for a medical checkup to know the extent of the damage of all these things that was injected on him, but he has not been given that opportunity. Ordinary to sleep with pillow. Tell me, what kind of punishment or wickedness can you show to somebody just to sleep on a pillow? This is somebody that has been sleeping with pillows. I mean, somebody like me, if I don't sleep with pillow, when I wake up in the morning, my neck will be paining me. And this is what you have trained your body yourself with. All of a sudden, you are being denied access to. When you come outside, people see you and greet you. Those people will be punished. What is that not treating you as an outcast? So my brother Chooks, Another topic I want you to throw more light in, and what I don't like before this issue of Mazin Nandi Kano's touch or came out, is what our brothers and sisters, the so-called Biafra that are supposed to be moving this agitation forward, are doing on social media, especially in Facebook. You will see somebody doing live, you said, okay, let me go. Just like some people will be passing, they see that I am live now, they would like to come to see what is happening, only for you to see that it is gossiping. Some people, I don't know where they're taking Biafra agitation to. Can you throw more light on this? We are going to be taking it bit by bit. If there's anybody out there that want to call in to contribute, ask question. If you cannot call in, type your question. I will read it out for Chooks and on any other person that wishes to contribute. My brother Chooks, did you understand my question? Now, changing the topic of Biafra. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. It's very sad, the kind of things some people who call themselves Biafra agitators are doing. It's very sad, and it weakens me most time. But what are we going to do? We can't be weak. We cannot chicken out from the whole struggle. We will continue. We'll continue to add our own little contribution, make our own little contribution the best way we can. And what I'm seeing on the conventional media and social media is not really palatable. It's not something that we can be happy about. It's really disappointing. People who call themselves Biafra agitators, what they say, what they do, is sad. But I want to give an advice for everybody that is watching this video. Please, if you have not shared the video, kindly share. Share the video to all platforms and click a like so that other people can be able to watch. I want to advise every Biafran, if you are going to any platform to listen to any platform, don't just be in the platform because you like the personality of the person. You don't just be there because you have maybe a private business with the person. Not because the person talked to you. Every single thing you hear from anybody in a platform, please, after listening, go and digest what you have heard. Go and digest, make inquiry on your own self, make inquiry by your own self. The reason why you are seeing so many things you are seeing on social media is because so many people are not making inquiries. Some are not making, some don't have the answer, they don't make inquiries, they just tell you something, you carry it another way. Even the things that I'm saying here, do not just believe it because you are hearing it from this platform. After we say things we are saying, go and make your own inquiries. Then you will come with a good answer. Don't base your judgment based on what people are saying. You see, every time Mazin Nandi Kano come to broadcast in his broadcast, Mazin Nandi Kano will say, "Come with your pen and paper." Mazin Nandi Kano always say it. Come with your pen and paper. Do you know what he means by coming with your pen and paper? Coming with pen and paper is not just to bring pen and bring paper. That is not what it means. When you are coming, come with your common sense. Come with your common sense. Every single thing you hear, you apply it. Make inquiries. Ask yourself, is this thing true or a lie? Can this person do such a thing? Make your inquiries. If they tell you that this broadcaster is doing this, is doing that, go one day and listen to the broadcast of that person from beginning to end and see if that person they are demonizing, what they are saying, is that true or a lie? Go to that platform and listen to that very person they are talking about. What these people are saying, is it true or lie? You see some people, sometimes they will just go and take somebody's video. They will cut out a particular session where somebody is angry, where somebody spoke a particular thing. They will not tell you what drives that person to go to that extent to be saying that. They will cut out that portion and use it to demonize that person. And other people will capitalize on this, begin to share the video without making inquiry to go to the source of the video and know why the person said what he said and where the source of the discussion. That is why we are all getting it wrong. You see people on there, some people who are broadcasters, some of them cannot control their emotions. Some people have gone astray. Some people have gone astray because of the mistake we are seeing from the leadership, because of the mistake that have happened from different angles. Some broadcasters have made a great mistake. Some have lost control. Some cannot control their emotion. They have even started preaching against that same thing that Mazin Nandi Kano is supporting. When you begin to address yourself as a section instead of as a Biafra, what are you doing? You are going against the principle of Mazin Nandi Kano. When you come to your platform and you begin to address yourself as an Igbo Biafra, as an Efik Biafra, as a Calabar Biafra, as a Job Biafra, You are now trying to deviate from the real message of Mazin Nandi Kano. Mazin Nandi Kano is not coming out to preach against anybody. He is not coming out to fight sectionally. He is fighting for all of us as Biafrans. When you are trying to blame somebody in your platform, somebody committed an offense, talk to that person as an individual. Speak about that person as an individual. Do not begin to use that name, tribe. Don't use tribe to generalize everybody. There are good people everywhere and there are bad people everywhere. You can find them, you find them. It's the law of nature. It is that same way. God has made it that way. Chukwu have made it that way. That is why he had light and darkness. That is why we have Satan. We have God himself. Everything is in two. And you will always find those two things. They are always close to each other. You can find them anywhere. The good people are everywhere. There are good people everywhere. When you begin to use because of what one person has done, you begin to generalize and begin to condemn every other tribe. You are getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. Even when you know that so many people from that tribe are speaking up, so many people in that tribe have given their life, so many people in that tribe have sacrificed a lot, so many people in that tribe are still sacrificing, yet you will stand on your platform. You are demonizing people. You are demonizing the unjust. You are demonizing the Efik. You are demonizing the Igbo Biafrans. You are preaching against what Mazin Nandi Kano stands for. Mazin Nandi Kano in his message, if you do something bad, he stand against you. It doesn't matter if you are his brother or not. Mazin Nandi Kano is an Igbo Biafra. But I could remember in one of the broadcasts of Mazin Nandi Kano where he lashed out on the Igbos. He said that Igbos have not started anything and ended it. They will always stop it halfway. He said it. Mazin Nandi Kano went to the extent of telling us that go and check every organization that have the name Igbo in it. How good are they doing? There is always confusion. Mazin Nandi Kano spoke bitterly about what some people are doing. Mazin Nandi Kano is not speaking about every Igbo person. Why do you have to pick a fence on that? That is the way to address people. When an issue comes up, address that issue, address that particular person. Don't generalize it. Don't begin to capture every people and begin to demonize a tribe or a people because of the offense that one person has committed. There are bad people everywhere. For some of us who are Christians, even Jesus, who was the Messiah, among his 12 disciples, we still have a Judas. Among his 12 disciples, who was there, seeing the miracle, who was there, who saw when the confession was made that the person that is with them is God himself. With every confession that was made before Judas, Judas didn't care. He still betrayed Jesus. He still did. Even when he knew that this man is a Messiah. And on his defense, do you know the defense Judas was given? Some of you know the defense Judas was given a defense that he thought that when he betrayed Jesus, that they cannot be able to kidnap him. That when he betrayed Jesus, that they cannot be able to hold him. That when they went to hold him, because Jesus has so many power, Jesus will just disappear. He gave his own reason. But he has betrayed his master, even when the warning was given before time. This betrayal is still existing everywhere. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Satan is working. Satan is working on daily basis. The enemy is working on daily basis to deceive people and to confuse people. So when an individual is captured, treat that person's mess as an individual. Don't begin to generalize as a tribe. And in everything we are doing, we have to be focused. We have to be focused on what you're doing. Anything you are doing, any fight you're fighting for Biafra, be focused. Stop looking at other people on what they are doing, on what they're not doing. When you are busy trying to look on people and trying to be able to destroy what people are doing, it means you are not doing nothing. On your own side already, your own role that you're supposed to play is leaking already. In the division of labor, everybody has a responsibility. We have something to do. If you leave your own and you begin to monitor somebody's else, at the end of the day, your own side that you're supposed to block will be leaking. And you think you're doing something good. You are not doing anything good. It is high time our broadcasters change their narrative. They have to change the way they address people. Change the way they pass their information. If you have no critical information about what you want to say, if you don't have any full information or detail on what you want to say, don't say it. If you cannot handle discussion or handle challenge discussion with somebody, don't go into it. Don't go into the discussion. If you cannot handle a phone call when you use your phone, people will call in, don't go into it. Just like the program we are doing. If you want to do the same program and you cannot be able to handle people who come and attack you and people who challenge you, don't do it. Just be on your own and continue to focus on what you are doing. Most of the time you see broadcasting, when you are broadcasting, you look at the comment section, you see some comments that will discourage you. Intentionally, they will come to do that. But one thing I do when I am broadcasting is that I don't look at the comments. It is very difficult for my eye to look at the comment unless when it is very, very necessary. I don't look at the comment until when I finish my broadcast, I cannot go back and begin to look at the comment that people are making. Unless when it becomes so necessary, I don't look at the comment section so that it won't distract you. Some of them, you will see them. It is no longer something to preach now that you know that people are using fake accounts, fake name.
My brother will have a call.
Some people who are talking, you not even seen it before. Why must you be angry? Why must you be distracted because of what some people you have not seen? You don't even know if they are real, what they are saying. You don't have to be distracted. Thank you, my sister.
We'll have a caller here. Onochi.
What they are saying. You don't have to be distracted.
Okay, we'll have a caller here, Mr. Onochi. We'll have a caller here. Welcome to the program. I hope you can hear me.
Hello, good afternoon. No, I can hear you. I'm enjoying the discussion, please. I just connect. I just came back. I just connect. So I didn't even know what people are discussing. Sorry.
Okay.
What's the topic? What's the topic, please?
Okay. Have you heard about Mazin Nandi Kano's tortures? The topic is we are talking about Mazin Nandi Kano's torture in DSS and the changing the narrative of Biafra agitation and the visit of Igbo elders to Buhari to appeal to him. But the main topic here is Mazin Nandi Kano's torture in DSS. I believe you might have read or watched the video on how the DSS is rough handling him and denials of some access to some certain things.
That's why. Okay, yeah, thank you. For the torture, that is inhuman. Someone with his correct senses, just like Nigeria now, they have problem. The world is eyeing them. They're under watch, but they don't know. You don't do such thing. You kidnap someone and you are torturing him. Then you're pumping the criminals you have in that north there. They said Boko Haram and ISWAP and the bandit. You pamper them, you give them everything. You know, then the kind who is preaching for poor people to wake up. For us to get what that is not in Africa, to live fine the way we here in our world, the way we're living fine. You know, I didn't see the crime he committed. He has not committed any crime. He is supposed to be the accuser. The Nigerian government should be the defendant because they committed crime. They kidnapped an innocent man, took him, I don't know, maybe the same way they did to Madrigo, 1984. Put someone in the baggage and send him to the zoo. Look for me. I will ask all Nigerians to go to Nigerian embassies. I'm sorry to say it. Our embassy, all of them, give them 48 hours to release our leader. If not, my embassy, you get me? I don't want to, many things we can do to harm these people. We've talked a lot. It's time we take action. It's action now, no more talking. I prefer to do.
My brother, let me.
Sorry, Ohaneze going there. What are they going there to do? You are going to beg
something here. I keep on. Chick Survivor. You also answer this question. I keep on hearing the whole world is watching. The whole world are seeing. If the world is seeing, what are they watching for? What is withholding them? Man said they cannot travel to Nigeria with British passport, and he has been arrested. What has the British government done? What has the UN done? Does it mean that they are not seeing what is happening? Are they not reading the news?
You know why? To me, they want us to react before they come in. You should understand their body language. If you don't react, they will not come in. Just like the last one in what do you call it in South Africa, Burundi, Rwanda. If you don't do something like that, they will never come in. Bet me, if you don't do something like that, they will never come in. Even Syria, because massacre left, right, and center. As long as we keep talking, blah 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 blah, they will leave us. You see it? It is. I don't want to go that side. Let us take action. We've talked enough. We are supposed to hold them and force them to a round table. If you don't hold them, they don't allow you to be talking as you like. You see, Ohanese, why are they going to Abuja to go and beg who? To go and beg who? The Buhari there to release their child? No! It's Buhari who's supposed to come and beg us that I made mistake to kidnap your son. I don't know our men are now women. Why women became men in this modern world? Are they afraid to die? We will one day die. Let us come only on the I'm from Anambra. Only the boys in Onitsha can go to Abuja and destroy everything. Right? Yes, I live here in London, but the day they said Kagaba Oko Embassy Oko, I will leave it. I don't fear. What will they do you? It's my Nigerian property. You cannot catch our leader. I'll be here every day. We keep on talking. We need to do something. We need to do action. Time for talk to do is over. All the boys in the north should come home. All Southerners in the north should go to their area. If you don't do it, because of few capitalists, we keep on staying in one Nigeria. It's perpetual slavery. It is perpetual slavery. Nigeria is not good. It's only good for the Fulanis and the Hausas. For we Igbos, no way. No way. They will exploit you, take your money, minerals, take your money, take your tax, take your VAT, everything, even refuse to give you license. Spoil all your businesses so that you become poor like them. We don't need them. We don't need population. We need economic active population and not population of beggars who are not productive. You get it? They are dragging us backwards. Nigeria is going one step forward, 3 steps backwards. Imagine when white men were ruling us. I was lucky to be among those then. We never lacked light. We never lacked food. We never lacked egg on our table in the morning. We lacked nothing. But since white people left Nigeria, all these problems came out because we were not capable to run a nation, and we chase those who are helping us to run the nation away. See where we are today. The train Britain put in 1908, we are still using till today. Am I telling lies? After 100 years, you try to do something. You're not even capable of doing the train. Last time I watched our minister Mechi was saying that he cannot do Eastern Line because it's too expensive. But use our money, our oil money to go and do the Northern Line to Nigeria, the public. Who does that? The earlier we move out of this nation called this geographical expression called Nigeria, it's better for everybody. And probably if we split Nigeria into 10, we will live better, we enjoy as good neighbors. But if we now want cow, I say, madam, supply me 100 cows. When you want cars, supply me 50 cars. Something like that. We exchange trade. But to stay in one nation, no way. It's only our politicians who want one Nigeria because of the money they are collecting. Right? The earlier we take action, the better for everybody. As long as we keep talking, blah, 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 we never listen to you. Abaibe one time said they raised the topic of restructuring in the house. Nothing has worked out. Northern has walked out of the house. Then apparently they told his friend, one of his friends, Northern governor. So why? The man said, we will not survive. So they depend on us. The last one, when we came, his voice on VAT. You know what the governor said? Look after your brothers. So they collect money from south to go to north and eat it. Monkey they walk, baboon they chop. It's over. The monkey is tired of working for baboon to chop. Eh? That's what I have to say. Action. That's my own action. Otherwise, Nandi Kano will hold him those useless people. And those people are heartless. They see non-Muslim as non-living things. They don't feel pain. So they torture you, they don't care. Because to them, we are infidel. We need to carry one, if you carry one ambassador or two, we use him to negotiate.
Hello, my brother. Your network is bad. Maybe you go out and come in again because we cannot hear you very well.
Okay, I'll do so.
Okay. So, my brother Chooks, okay, we have another caller here, Onyekachi, I hope you are ready.
Yeah, I was not even able to hear what he was saying. So the network was so bad, I couldn't hear most of the thing that he was saying.
Mr. Onyekachi, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I really want to commend you, Linda and Chooks, what you people are doing. You know, you are keeping the fire burning.
Can you tell us where you are calling from?
Thank you, sir.
I'm calling from California in United States of America. So what I really want to say is that just like Chooks said, every stone, no stone must be left unturned. You know, I want to reiterate one of the things he says that if we allow anything happen to our leader, it will take another 500 years to get, somebody like him. So now I want to suggest these following ideas on this issue of staying at home every Monday. I want, if the DOS can give directive that beginning from this Monday, we will sit at home, total sit at home on Monday. The next week, the following week after this sit at home Monday, Biafrans and all South will sit at home the next week, Monday and Tuesday. It's like, a progression in the number of days. After sit at home Monday and Tuesday, the upper week, we are sitting at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in other words, it's the zoo that is locking the system by themselves. We keep going like that. Even if it gets to total lockdown, add one day to the next week. I don't know whether you guys understand what I'm saying. First week, sit at home for the first Monday. The next week, sit at home Monday and Tuesday. The next week, sit at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sit at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because people are talking about economic loss or whatever. The whole of the Biafrans, we are already in prison. People are already in prison. There is nothing more you can lose. Then the another thing I want to suggest, which I think can become a strong game changer in this struggle, is that I thank God that our leaders have united Biafrans with our Yoruba brothers. I know that our Yoruba brothers are protesting, demanding for the release of their own leader, Igboho. So what our Yoruba leaders can do that can become a game changer in this struggle What I'm about to suggest now, if our Yoruba lead brothers and sisters adhere to this instruction, I am telling you, in less than a month or two, we will all be free. And what is it? It is time that our Yoruba brothers join us on this seat at home. Listen to me. If our Yoruba brothers can come to terms with us that when we say sit at home on Monday, it will be a total lockdown of the whole of the South. Shut Lagos International Airport, shut the what is it called, the Apapa Wharf. If they can join in this sit at home Monday and then join as we make these progressions, they are also demanding that Igboho should be released unconditionally. Referendum should be given to the people. People are entitled to it. They join when we say sit at home the first week, the first Monday, the next week, Monday, Tuesday, the third one, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I am telling you, before you take this for 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, in that sequence, the zoo government definitely will have to have a change of mind and begin to listen to what the people are demanding. And come to think about it, they say we're running a democracy. Democracy is all about what the people want. The people are asking for referendum. Giving them referendum does not automatically mean that Biafra is going to break away. I want to ask
Exactly.
the zoo government. Supposing you give this referendum and at the end of the day, the Igbos and the Biafrans vote to remain in Nigeria, what are you going to do? It's an option. It's an option. When you give a referendum, it's either left or right. So this referendum is a way that this kind of issue is resolved in a civilized manner in every part of the world. So the earlier that they come to terms, sitting on a round table and begin to negotiate with NNAMDI Kano, the better for all of us. Nobody is calling for war. Nobody is ready for war. Everything can be resolved, in an amicable way. I think that's the much I want to contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you so much for contributing.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have another. Onyebuchi is back. I hope your internet is well connected. Let me see. Onoche is back. Let me see. We have many callers here. Let me see people that have not spoken before. And we have Ejiofor. Ejiofor, please, you will speak for 5 minutes so that I have many callers here so that I can bring other people in.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Welcome to the show. Can you tell us where you are?
Yes, you can see it. My name is Ejiofor. Probably you guys might recognize me. I'm calling from the Netherlands. Can you hear me clear?
Loud and clear.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you. Well, Sister Linda, you said 5 minutes, but probably I'm not going to take up to 5 minutes, because it seems to me that most of the time I come to the program and be either I'm busy or I'm on my way going somewhere because, So
Okay.
let me make it short. Yeah, exactly. Let me just, that's the reason why I didn't want to speak on video, because I'm on my nose mask and whatever. I listened to the last caller. It is not easy. Actually, it is not easy to be a broadcaster or to speak to the public. It is not easy. But in this case, I still want, Brother Chuks, I really appreciate you. Really. I don't normally go to every platforms or listen to every broadcast. I do listen to people with with good sense, who talks something very tangible, very sensible. I just want to, just like today, I listened to Simon Ekpa. That man is a great man, but our people don't like to appreciate great things. There are a lot of people in this struggle. Some are there just for me coming out, but some are there for a reason and for seriousness. Like one of the last caller that said they should go and burn embassies and whatever. I would like to give advice. When you are bringing a contribution, when you are making a suggestion, try to bring your own quota. What is your own contribution? What is your own task? Not only coming to advise people to do something. You understand? And whereby you stay somewhere. Financially, you are not there. Mentally, you are not there. You are not bringing a good advice to sustain people. And at the end, you see a lot of gossipers. And sometimes I ask myself, why are we like this? Is this something that all the Fulani did to us? Just like our leader said, the cow that everybody is eating, maybe they have turned their mentality to nothing else. So, because I cannot understand when you see something going wrong, just like when this last press release, how our leader cried out, even without him crying out, we're supposed to know that he's not in a good hand. Even when he was free, staying at another country, he was still not in a good hand. Not to talk of now that these people eventually get hold of him. So everybody's supposed to come together now and bring an idea. Bring action. This is not the time again for too much talk. Person like me, I don't like talking too much because the more I talk, the more I get angry. You understand? So anybody that is coming on the social media.
What type of action? What should we? The question now is.
Noun. Okay, the action. Okay, now starting with. Do you guys recall in terms of all the brokers? Just like Brother Chuk said that when our Onyendu want to say bring your pen and paper. It's not really literally to bring pen and paper. It's for you to come with your senses, because you have to be going through all those advices he used to give. That coming with your pen and paper means also he said, when you find me, if I am no longer to be seen, to be found, do not leave any stone unturned. Take a very drastic action that will let these people know that yes, but now it's happening. Everybody is on social, most people are on the social media criticizing people, fighting for power, fighting for position. Is that the time for that? No. So, for my own, even when they said that sit at home, starting from that Monday sit at home, we're supposed to return it. And even if when the US want to counter it, they have to come with it. They can even call some people like you, like some of you, who have a reasonable way of passing messages to people, so that you can lay the message to people. This is the reason why we want to call this thing, so that it will not be like you are now taking law into your hand or trying to demoralize people's, how will I put it, people's zeal. That's number one. And now, when the politicians came with that notion of they want to go for, then how many times are we going to wait and be used, knowing the strategies of the politicians in that contraption called Nigeria Zoo? Then why should we now fall a victim of that lesson to them? Even if we are going to do that, they're supposed to also give the advice that we should maintain it. Seeing is believing. We have been listening to them. It is time now for them to listen to us, do it, then we will see what. When you do it, then we'll stop the action. Simon Ekpa said that if Onyendu should come out, he is the only person who can give order and everything will stand still. And as people can see it, that's real. But still, the other group went as far as taking the, making a kind of a demoralizing decision. So what I'm trying to say about contribution and decision is when we say something, especially the leaders, when they say something, make a pronunciation, let them retain it, retain that action, and see what will be the outcome of it. That's my own contribution. And if you cannot stay at home, if you cannot make any action, then there is a kind of proposal, buying food. Okay. People who stays abroad, contributing, buy food, send for those people at home so that they can stay at home. And when they are sitting at home, I mean, they can see something to eat. So that is my own contribution. No matter whatever you can contribute for something to go on, it is something, but not suggestion. Suggestion cannot help us. Only suggestion cannot help. So thank you guys for your good work. Because I'm now going to hang up here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. I have to remove you because we have a lot of people that want to call in. John Chie Afole, thank you for that wonderful super chat. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Like what our brother is saying, please, if you are calling in, you go straight to your point. Tell us your suggestion. We are looking. What are we supposed to be doing? This is not the time of talking. We need action. What do you think that we can do to help our leader, Mazin Nandi Kano? And there is something what this caller said. He said that when DOS says something, they should stand for it. Yes, I agree with him. But even if there is any way they want to change it, they should inform the people earlier. They can tell other people to use their media to pass this message across, not fixing something today at the middle of night. You tell people to stop. It makes people to be confused. So I'm going to bring in another callers before we round up. I don't know the name. I'm just bringing you Pro for that you. I don't know. Welcome to the show. Ah, sorry, I removed it. Okay, I'm bringing you now. Welcome to the program. We have a lot Please, your environment is so noisy. Your children are talking there. You are speaking to the word. Please, before you call back, make sure that your environment is calm. Rockwood, I'm bringing you in. Welcome. You tell us where you are calling from, and you go straight to your suggestion.
Hello, Linda.
Program.
Linda, I greet you. This is my first time of calling. I've been trying to join in most of your broadcasts, but I've not been opportune. I'm calling from California.
Welcome.
All right. I want to make a humble submission. But first of all,
how is your side? How is California? Is it cold?
It's cold over here. But I want to make a humble submission regarding to what has been happening and the recent press release regarding the condition of our great leader, Mazin Nandi Kano. I will start from the DOS, the last, the cut off of the sit at home, the deed. That would have been a point to our breakthrough, but I was surprised, knowing fully well that it was being cut off at a very dime minute, just like what the last caller said, that they took people unaware when the whole persons, the whole Biafrans were looking up to them. They called the whole thing off without a prior notice. It's disheartening, and I was pained. I was so bitter. See, you're leading intelligent people. Biafrans are intelligent people. They aren't animals. They aren't fools. You can't just put a seat at home and the people adhere to it, sitting, sacrificing their activities in terms of business and all that, and you just wake up one morning or one hour, just cutting the whole stuff out and saying is because of some of the religious leaders, some of the royals you have in Biafra land. These royals have been there when our great leader was being captured. Are you getting me? But the DOS never said all this, never saw all these things. Come to think of it, we are Biafrans, and this whole struggle is ours. If Biafra should come today, we all will enjoy it. The enjoyment shouldn't be for only one set of people because they are in the helm of affair of running the administration of IPOB. No, and coming to action of what we are to do now. See, we've been talking over the years, and we've had so many expositions regarding to this struggle. The world have heard our voice. Our voice has gone far. We've been talking over the years regarding to this struggle and how to actualize Biafra. Now is the time for us to take action, and making reference to what the last caller said regarding to Oduduwa brethren. You don't expect Oduduwa brethren to come join you. You have to move the motion first before they join you, because you are in the helm of affair here. The Oduduwa brethren are looking up to you. Now, we've had so many exposition. We've been having exposition over the years. Our voice has gone wide, and now it's time for action. Our leader cried out. Him crying out a few days ago doesn't mean the whole has been so much on him that he has to cry out. This whole torture has been there. The legal team has kept it far away from us. Maybe they never wanted the Biafran to be demoralized or lose hope and all that. This whole thing has been going on before now, but they choose to say it because they don't want to take blames if maybe the whole thing goes south. They don't want to take blame. So they just have to voice. I'm kind of person, I don't support, in as much I don't support violence, I don't support war, because we are ready for war. And the worst thing that can happen to us as Biafrans is going for another war and losing it. That is just it. Going for another war and losing it. That is the worst thing that will happen to the Igbo race. Are you getting me? Now we came up with the sit at home. The sit at home was at the peak. It was at the peak. It was telling on the Nigerian government. The Nigerian government they were feeling the heat. Are you getting me? Sitting at home, we call it a civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is one of the things to causing what? To causing the government of a certain people to bend to your rule. That is civil disobedience. That was the sit at home of a stuff we embarked on, and we were at the peak of achieving our goal before the DOS came with some of the stops.
My brother.
I can hear you.
we are looking for a way forward now. We have been talking about
Now, the way forward, if we can,
is what is the way forward? What should
the way forward now,
we ask?
in as much as I don't support violence, the way forward is a total shutdown of the whole Biafra land, because we were seeing the result of the last sit at home. We were seeing the result. We were seeing the result. Those back home, those in Nigeria, we're seeing the result. We're getting report here. We're just at the peak of achieving the whole stuff. So if we can embark on another massive sit at home, this one, a total lockdown, the whole of Southeast will be under lock and key. I'm 100% sure that you will cause the Nigerian government to bend to your rule. That is just my humble suggestion. I don't support violence, and I wouldn't want Biafran people to embark on another violence, maybe war, and knowing fully well we aren't ready. And that is the worst thing that will happen to us. That is the worst thing that will happen to the Igbo race.
But let me give you something. When you say you don't support violence, I have to remind the world that Biafrans are not violent, and we have never been. We have not been violent. When we talk about the issue of this violence, when people say it sometimes, somebody who is watching will be thinking that maybe we have been violent before or we are trying to be violent. The only thing Biafra have done is defending themselves at every point in time. Not even doing it enough. Yes. We're not even doing it enough. We are not even doing it enough. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be killed, even to make a statement. Biafran has not been violent at any time. If you can check from the origin, the way we started the protest, up to this very moment as I'm speaking to you, we have not been violent. It is even, in order to be able to avoid this violence you are talking about, that is the reason why the issue of sit at home was revealed to Mazin Nandi Kano, and he introduced it. Because people were complaining that they are killing, they are doing this. Now we have that sit at home. We have the sit at home. Because once people are hearing violence, I have never seen any Biafran being violent anyway. It didn't happen. The only people that I see using this language of violence is the Nigerian government. You see what they did during the NSAS. You see what they did during the NSAS. If somebody who is supporting one Nigeria or who is part of the government is talking about the NSAS, they will be talking about violence. They will tell you that the protest was hijacked. The protest was violent. The protest was hijacked. But you and I know that the protest was never violent, and it wasn't hijacked. The only people that hijacked the protest was the government itself. It was the government itself. But when they went to their conventional media, they go to the conventional media, they begin to push a different narrative. They will tell you, we don't want it to be violent. They will tell you, we don't want violence. They will tell, but the people are very, very peaceful, 100% peaceful. IPOB has been 101% peaceful. Even the ESN that Mazin Nandi Kano established, we all know that their duty is in the bushes, not in the street. There has never been any record anywhere. There has never been even one single record that ESN killed an innocent person or IPOB killed an innocent person. No record anywhere. No record for how many years now? But when you see these people on their conventional media, they will be talking about violence. We don't want it to be violent. We are not violent people. Like when the people who protested for NSAS, we are not violent. Let's stop using that language. Let us embark on civil disobedience. Just as you said, when you were mentioning the issue of civil disobedience, that civil disobedience is what we have to hold on. So many countries have achieved their victory because of civil disobedience. Why don't we hold on it?
That is just it. That is what some persons maybe in some of the forum or some of other channels we do call. That is one of the contribution people do give, saying they are ready. They should just give order and those stuffs. They should just give order. Those in the diasporas to calm down and all that.
I understand that, my brother. I understand that. When you see people, just like people here,
I don't support it at all.
You see some people writing comments here now. They will say we want action. Action.
Yes.
What action? What we are doing now is taking action. What action you want? You want Mazin Nandi Kano to carry
the
gun?
action they
were telling him declare the Biafra, declare Biafra. Mazin Nandi Kano said, I will not declare Biafra until every single Biafra is sensitized and they agree that we will go home. Until they agree before I declare Biafra. So anybody that is pushing a different narrative, saying let's go and fight, let's go and do this, we cannot just go into that. But the civil disobedience, which is the one that Mazin Nandi Kano have introduced, you and I have seen the effect of civil disobedience. Why don't we hold on it very strong?
That is just it. That is just it. The civil disobedience was at the peak. Let's talk about it. Had it been that we had on the seat at home, not considering Anambra election, are you getting me? Do you think it would have hold? As in, do you think Anambra election would have there would have been something meaningful regarding to Anambra election?
It will not hold if we have insisted. It will hold.
Yes, it won't hold because but the DOS disappointed. I was so much disappointed. I was bittered. I was mad. I was mad because we are at the peak of achieving this whole stuff. You're saying that you're taking order from some of the royals and some of the royals who have in Biafra, and some of the bishops and all that, but they've been here over the years. They used you. Now Anambra State, Anambra election.
Network, your voice is not coming out anymore.
If you bad there.
Maybe you call back. Maybe you call back. Your network is.
The voice is not coming out anymore.
Okay, we can hear you now. You can continue.
We can't hear him.
So, what he said, I heard a lot of people saying that let us go to war. We need war. Remember when Mazin Nandi Kano was still out, people are forcing him to declare war. I am ready. I am this. I am this. Me, I'm not in support of war. Because if war should happen, we here, we are not going to be participating. It's only people down there that will suffer it. The only tool that is working is this sit at home that is working for us. I think we should trigger it more now. That is the only thing we need to do now. Onochie is back. Our brother Onochie is back. I'm going to bring him in. I think he has been waiting here since. Welcome back, Mr. Onochie. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm just coming from. I can hear you. Listen, I don't like what that boy said. Is that a Geoffrey from Holland? You know, he's a weak man. Weak men discuss people. I'm a strong man. I discuss ideas. Right? How can you condemn someone? Give your own suggestion and not talk about another person's suggestion. Right? Our leader said, if we don't see him, let us destroy Nigeria. In America, when blacks were maltreated, they had 3 movements. 1, peace. Martin Luther King, he doesn't want violence. Then Elijah Muhammad said he wanted violence. Malcolm X, he wanted violence. So the one you like, you go to, you choose. You don't have to force people to accept your own idea. We are here just to bring ideas on what to do to be free. I said I believe in Moses, and eye for an eye. It is not a must you listen to me and you accept my idea. I just contribute. Right? I didn't say we have to do by force. I suggest, let us do this. You have to suggest your own.
My brother, can you proceed? Can you proceed? We are in a democratic.
Yes,
we are in a democratic community. Everybody have the right to say their opinion.
Yes, Yes.
We are looking for a way forward.
My way forward, I say I believe in violence. Me, I believe in violence. Your phone challenged me, and I've never donated penny. I have here the last amount I paid for the Umuada. Look at it here. This is what I paid to Umuada, $200. If your phone, let him bring out his own receipt, which he used to pay, his donation. This is my donation. Look at it. It's $200 I donated. You can see that I've been donating.
Please, my brother, let me.
I'm not even a member.
Let me say something. Let me say something before you continue.
We are not quarter.
Let me say something before you continue, my brother. Let me say something.
Other people are waiting. Other people are waiting. Other people are
wait. Don't remove Onochie. Let me say something before Onochie goes. My brother Onochie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I thank you very much for joining on the discussion. You see, what we are saying now, what we are trying to make sure is make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano is being released unconditionally, and we must all stand on one thing. Anything possible that we can do to make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano will be released, let us continue to do it. It is not everything that, just like some people used to say, we are talking too much. It's not everything we have to come and say online. There are so many things that are going underground. Just as you are there, there are so many things you are doing that you can't tell people. There are so many things we are doing. When you are talking about the issue of the way to air opinion, I said it even on my program. I said it when I was saying something that anything you can do to make sure that you air your opinion, to make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano is being released unconditionally, we have to do it. We have to do it. Nothing is exempted. Nothing. But we must not be mentioning everything. Nothing is exempted. Anything anybody can do. We can't afford to gamble with our Mazin Nandi Kano. We can't afford to do that. And let me tell you, Mazin Nandi Kano, when he speaks to us, most of the time in his broadcast, he speaks in parable. He speaks in parable. He is our leader. We know where he is. There are certain things we must not say. There are certain things he must not say. He always watches his speech. That is why I urge people to listen to his message again and again and again. Just like what you reminded us now, when Mazin Nandi Kano said that whenever we look for him and we do not see him, we should burn down the zoo. Mazin Nandi Kano also said, even when he was in Nigeria, he told the Nigerian government that he was coming to Abuja when he was supposed to go to court. That when he goes to court, that he will come back with the head of Buhari. He told them that he will come back with the head of Buhari, and they became afraid. Did Mazin Nandi Kano go to Abuja with knife to go and cut head of Buhari? Mazin Nandi Kano speaks in parable. Wait, Mazin Nandi Kano speaks in parable. And when Mazin Nandi Kano says we should burn down the zoo, there are many ways to burn down the zoo. There are many ways. Which you know, which myself I know.
Of course.
One of the ways to burn down the zoo, we have started it already. All of a sudden, some people begin to chicken out of it. We have started it. And let me tell you, there is nothing that is having effect in the southeastern part of Nigeria that is not having effect in the Nigeria as a whole. Anything that happened to the economy of southeastern part of Nigeria, it will affect the whole Nigeria. It doesn't matter how they pretend. Don't mind their propaganda when they say if we are sitting at home. Some of them they tell you we are sitting at home, we are the ones affected. Our economy is being stopped. Don't mind them, leave them alone. But we Biafrans, we know what we are fighting. Their propaganda doesn't shake us anymore. If they think they know what is called propaganda, we have a master propagandist. We know even before they start their propaganda, we know where they're heading to. That is why we can't be distracted. But those language they want us to use, those language we want us to use, we cannot use it. Just like I told my brother now, who was speaking, when my brother was talking, when he came on, the person I just spoke before you came in, he was talking and he was telling we don't want violence, we don't want violence, that we should not be violent. We have never ever been violent. And self-defense, somebody trying to protect himself, you can't call that person a violent person. You can't call that a violent person. International law backs self-defense. Nigerian law itself supports self-defense. Nigerian law supports self-defense. International law supports self-defense. And every time you see my people, every time you see Biafrans, Biafrans have always fight on the side of defense. They have always fought on the side of the defense. So we are on the same page. Anything anybody will do to see that I was doing Mazin Nandi Kano, will be released too. I support Umuada 101%. I support Umuada. Umuada United States. I support them 101%.
I keep on saying,
and anybody who is talking down on Umuada, you don't know what you are doing. You have not even started. You don't know your focus.
I joined them because of Chinas and Woru. He will talk A, he will talk B. He will talk A, he will talk B. I said, no, man is making my nerves go, my blood pressure go high.
Let me bring in other people. Let's
no, sorry, a second, let me say something. A second, please, a second. Give me a second, please.
We have somebody here. We have somebody here. Obi Okafor. Obi Okafor. I'm bringing you in. Let's hear from you. Welcome to the show, Obi. Can you tell us where you are calling from?
Hello, Muchineke. I don't know if you can hear me very well. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Loud and clear. We can hear you.
Yes. Thank God for today. I'm very happy for the way you people are handling this our struggle. I know down here we cannot contribute, but the little we have is prayer and this our sit at home. I don't want us to cancel that sit at home. Please, let it be that everybody in Biafra land, even those in the coastal areas, those in Benue, ebe ọbụna onye ọbụna nọ si na ya bụ nwafọ Igbo, nwafọ Biafra, onye ọbụna mee ya ka ndị amarakene na onwere ebe anyị si pụta.
That's right.
Biko ya bụ ihe m chọrọ ikwu. Another point m chọrọ ka m yọọ ka m mara ma ụmụnne anyị kwa, those people that are outside Nigeria, if they can wear up that spirit they were wearing a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after Mazin Nandi Kano was kidnapped, in doing their rally, protest in all the streets, in every angle of any area they are staying in abroad. I want to see that spirit awakening. If they can do it again, make noise everywhere like that initial time. Those that say that they did not hear anything, that nothing is happening in Nigeria, that Nigeria is calm. That noise will make them to know that Nigeria is nowhere to be staying. That Biafra land is bleeding. See my area, Ihala. They are killing us. The news are not carrying anything. People outside will not even know the intensity of what we are passing through here. They will not know. Ndị ebuchagokwa na anyị ebe ahụ. Ọkwa mkpụrụ n'one ndị nwere the God Chineke Chukwu okike jekwara ewe ha setia wee sendiara ndị na outside bụ ndị ụnụ na-afụ. Ndị ebuchagokwa anyị ebe a. Ka Chineke mere anyị ebere. Ka e were kene na ofu obi, ofu onu, etu a esi ebe akwa ahụ n'izizi, mba niile Biafra nọ, eteta n'ụra, tie mkpu, etu a esi tie mgbe ahụ. Ndị asị na ntị chiri ha, na ha nwe ihe na-eme na Nigeria, na onwe ihe na-eme na Biafra, ka marazie ma isi ahụ onye ekpukwe ha ọzọ. Ụmụnne m na outside bikonu, ka ịzọ ụmụnne anyị ndị nọ na Nigeria, egbukwa n'ụmụ Biafra. Biko.
My sister, you are speaking from here.
Yes, but Lagos can knock it out.
Okay.
Ndị nwere access ịgbafusi, ndị ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ agbachago obodo dị iche iche. Keke ihe si nọrọ na-egbu gị. Anyị enwere egbe, anyị enwere mma, anyị enwere ụta. Ekpokoro ndị amị na ndị Boko Haram, chi ha uniform, ha na-agbapịasị azụ ụlọ. Ọ bụ apịa ngwe niile dị n'ụlọ, ha na-agakọchi ya. Na-egwusi ndị mmadụ. Biko na onwe ka unu si ya azụ anyị zọọ na anyị mebekine na mkpọtụ a wibani ara ahụ saịdị ahụ ka mba ụwa mara na ihe adịghọ mma mebe na etu ahụ unu siri ya na mbido ka ha mara na tru na ọ bụkwa na ihe a kwụsịrị na ndị agha na-emekwa ihe ha na-eme etu ha siri ya na izizi mebekine na ya ka mara ma ha ya hapụrụ anyị nwanne anyị nwoke nye anyị referendum ka onye ọbụla kwuo obi ya kwuo ebe ọ chọrọ ịnọ. Ọ bụrụ bekwa mkpụrụ mmadụ ịtọ ka anyị dị na anyị chọrọ ịna Biafra, ha hapụ na anyị ka anyị naba. Chi okike anyị ahapụ anyị, ọ ya amụbakwa anyị, ngozi niile ahụ ọ dere anyị ga-enwe ozu ya, nwee ya n'uju. Biko, o biko na akọrọ jebe ihe a na-agụ akwa ọ na-agbawa obi ejiri m etu esi eme anyị n'ụlọ ebe a wee fukene ihe Mazin Nandi Kano na-agabiga ebeni o nweghị ike ikwu ọ gaghị akọwanwuru anyị ihe ọ na-efesi. But I thank God na o nyekwara ya the courage ezi ozi nke ikpeazụ a because if not onwe onye ga-ama na o nwere ihe na-eme and ịma na ya bụ nwoke bụ nwa agụ and ọ ya like igosi na ihe dị etu ahụ na-eme ka anyị nwa bụ ndị nọkwa saịdị a ghara ikoropụ ume mana mkpu ifuru otiri ihe a ọ karịgo ya onwezi ka o si edi. That is why o jizi ozi ikpeazụ ifuru oziri ihe a ozi ikpeazụ ifuru oziri ihe a ọ bụghị na ọ tọrọ ya ụtụ izi ya bet ihe o mere ihe ahụ bụ gịnị ka ezi ka ụmụnne m si anyụzi ka ọkụ like this a na-egbusi ndị a na-egbusi ihe a na-eme like this ihe ifuru o mere ihe ahụ bụ gịnị ụmụnne ọ setekwa onye ọbụla mee gịnị chọba buutu ya ebe ọ dị ọ bụrụ katapọtụ ka ị ji agbanwe ịmara ebe ọ dị jee were ya ọ bụrụ na wisụl ka ị ga-egbunwu ịmara ebe ọ dị kpụrụ ya n'ọnụ nke onye ọbụla ga-emenwu ya mee gịnị ya mebịa ya bụ ihe ahụ ifuru okwu o nwekwa mgbe ọ ya si anyị mee gịnị anyị buru egbe anyị buru mma ọ ga-akwa akpa okwu afa mana gịnị mere etu ahụ esi eme anyị ihe ahụ gịnị mere onye ọbụla mee gịnị zoro isi onwe ya ya bụ ozi ifuru oziri ihe a o nwekwa ihe ọbụla anyị nwa anyị ga-eme anyị na-eme ozugbo n'oge adịrọzi ya bụ ozi ifuru oziri ihe ikpeazụ a mana ụfọdụ aghọta ya like that before tie mkpu ikpeazụ a ya bụ ite ọkụ acharugo ya n'onu ihe anyị na-asọfe ebe a nyanwa na-efe ilu ya ịma na onye ahụ bụ mmụọ ihe niile ife anyị na-agabiga ebe a ọ na-efe ilu ya karịa anyị nwa na-apasị ya ọ na-afụ ihe niile ahụ Chukwu okike abụrụ ihe ọ bụ na-agbụ ya ume jikidi ya nye ya ntasi obi o wee na-edi ya nke ha na-eme ya na-akwa ewuti ya ọ bụ ihe anyị nwa na-afụ n'ụlọ ebe a bụ nke na-agbụ ya anya ndụ bụ nke na-ewu iyu na-ewuti ya o wee bụrụzie na onwe ihe o nwere ike imenwu ya like this ọ nọrọ nnọọ like this ndị anọ n'ụlọ a na-ebe like ọkwa nke ahụ ka eri ya arịrị mana ọ ya adị mma ọ ya adịcha mma ma ndị a na-achị anyị ọchịchị nchigbu na-eje akpụ isi a na-enye ndị ebe ha ugwu ihe Chukwu okike ya eme ha adịgoro ha ọkwa ma Biafra nna m ya enye anyị ebe anyị obodo o kwere nna nna anyị na nkwa ọ sị gịnị anyị nụbụ ọgụ a n'ọkwụ anyị n'azụ ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ya mere that promise that covenant na oye enwe isi mana gịnị mere n'ọpụgo anyị soro ya na anyị nwee mmeri ihe ọbụla anyị fara anyị na-agabiga anyị nwee ntachi obi ebe ahụ anyị na-aga n'ụzọ dị ya na o ya emezuru anyị ya ihe sọrọ ndị ha na-eme na nkịtị Chukwu okike burugokwa ụzọ n'ije ahụ ihe ọ chọrọ kịta abụ gịnị anyị manie ọsọkwa ya bụrụ na ọsụsọ abụ na ekpere anyị bido ya mgbidi jeri ka ọ dahọ agbara egbe ka egburu mma ọkwa sụsọ abụ ka ha na-abụ ọ bụrụ sụsọ abụ na ekpere ka anyị bidozie Monday sit at home continues ọ bụrụ sụsọ abụ na ekpere ka anyị werezie Monday sit at home ahụ na-abụ keni ya Elohim nna ya na onwe ihe anyị pụrụ ime n'ọsụsọ ya ka anyị tụkwasara obi na agha ha abakwutego anyị n'ụlọ ọ mara ihe ọ ya emere anyị ya ngwa n'oruo biko ọsọ ọ gwakwara anyị n'ọkwa mgbe ahụ ike gwụrụ onye ọbụla olileanya niile gwụrụ agwụ n'ọkwa mgbe aka ọ na-egosi ihe ọ bụ and ekwere m n'okwu ahụ kwesịghị ya ike ya ụmụnne m biko ndị na abroad bido kenenu protest ahụ etu ahụ unu siri m ya n'izizi unu amụ ihe protest ahụ nyere mba ụwa niile ebe niile nwụrụ ọkụ n'izu ahụ amara na ihe na-eme tru ebe a na-akpọ afa na o nwere ihe na-eme ebe ahụ na ihe na-emebi die mba ụwa ma hapụ ihe ha na-pretend maka mmanụ ha na-aṅụ mmanụ a ya gbogbukwa ha ahụ ọ kwesịrị ihe ha na-edosiri anya wee na-abụ afụcha eziokwu ha ya ekwu ikpe ha dịgoro ha Chineke adebego ọnọdụ ọ ya enye ha ihe ọ na-eche bụ gịnị ka anyị nwere eke n'onwe anyị ọ sị na ọ bụrụgodị sụsọ ngozi ọ ya enye anyị ka ndị niile a na-akpagbu anyị n'ọnụ ọta aka so ngozi o nyere anyị na ọnwụkwa punishment ya ya ike maka nna m anaghị agharịpụ onwebe mgbe ọ sị m na-aga fụ ihe ọjọọ n'ụzọ ahụ laịlaị ife ihe ọjọọ ya pụta ọpịapụ isi na-aga etu aka m siri kwere na ya ifuru Biafra onye ọbụla pụtara anyị na-asị gị ye na onye enwe isi IPOB nke a IPOB nke a DOS nke a DOS nke a ihe niile ahụ bụ gịnị side distractions onwekwa nke na stand obere oge ka ọ fọrọ ọrụ a na-agwa gị ihe a Elohim take go up just a little thing ama m na anyị enwe mmeri ọ bụrụ sụsọ ndị anọ n'ụlọ otu anyị nọ ọ bụrụ sụsọ Monday sit at home ka anyị bụba ke na-abụ kpokube Chukwu okike ọ ya eme ihe o mere ya from ndị na abroad o mere ya from ndị nọ n'ụlọ ọ ya eti ha mmọnwụ ọ ya egote ihe ahụ o ji bụrụ onye chi ji enwe mbido chi ya enwe njedebe ọ ya emezuru anyị ya yọrọ na anyị ụmụnne anyị ndị na abroad ọ bụ na ha ya ebido protest ahụ ọzọ country by country etu a ha siri nye ya mgbe ahụ biko ama m na ọ dị izi ha bido Kenya biko mgbe ha na-eme ihe ahụ anyị nwa nọ n'ụlọ ebe a ka m gwakwa unu eziokwu obi bịa sie anyị ike na ụdị pụrụ iche ọ bụrụ na anyị na-ekpe ekpere ofe ugboro n'ụbọchị anyị ihe na-ekpe mgbe ahụ bụ 9 o'clock 12 o'clock 3 o'clock 6 o'clock 9 o'clock round circle were na-akwado ihe a na-eme ebe a na-aba akụkwa ọp ndị na-afaịtị anyị ebe a na onwe ihe ha ya eme and anyị furu ifori ya bido keneni ebe ahụ ka anyị nwa bidokwa nke anyị na-eme ebe a ndị niile adịghị na ha egbe ha yakwa ma mgbe ha sọpọtụrụ anyị ifuru Odudua ka anyị bido kene ihe a Odudua ya emecha jiri ọnụ ha sị biko nụ ka anyị siri onu Biafra mebe sit at home a unu ya anụ ya ọ ya eme ifuru ihe niile a na-arịgharị sit at home efuru onwa wipụ nke ya na-akwafughị ọbara ma mee gịnị ke ndị ọbụ anyị na ha agbụtụ apụ ndị na-abụ ncheta ọ na-ewute m too much bụ ụmụnne anyị ndị coastal areas ha kpochi ike n'ebe esi amị mmanụ a kpochi ihe niile ahụ every Monday ebe niile nyụọ pii ọ bụrụ na ọsọ ndị ọcha ahụ na-arụ n'oil companies ahụ ha jiri aka ha jee goro nri savuo onwe ha mgbe ihe niile a na-eme ụbọchị Monday mgbe ha mere ofu ọnwa ụfọdụ n'ime ha ya tụpụrụ ngwongwo ha na mgbe ha na-ara ka m razie ma ọ bụ aboki ya ma ebe a na-ataịtị nọtụ ya ma ebe esi apị kọmputa ya ejezi ime ọpreti ebe ahụ mbanụ ihe ha ma anya bụ na ma ha na-achị ka ha ma so ha eji na fake god ha abịa ma eri Chukwu okike anyị machi anyị na-efe ndị onwe ya gbasara anyị na ha Chineke makwa ihe niile a na mbido ọ makọchi ihe niile a wee sị anyị gịnị ifuru ndị a unu na ha anụkọkwana maka gịnị ha ga-eji chi ha na-efe ghọrị unu rara unu tii na chi ha na-efe ga-abụ ezi chi ọ bụghị ya na-eme kịta n'ezie ụmụnne anyị Ụzọdịmgba na ndị otu ha ọkwa ha bụzi ndị na-ekere ihe ka emia ụmụnne ha na-egbusi ụmụnne ha ekpokọrọ ha ndị Boko Haram chisi ha uniform ha na-egbusi ụmụnne ha ọ na-atọ ha ụtọ amakwa m ụdị obi ndị a nwere ekwensu abagokwa ha n'ime unu na-ene ha anya na ndị ahụ ka bụ ndị Biafra na ha ka bụ ndị nọ na East a asị ndị ahụ nụfuru ihe ahụ ọbara ndị Fulani abago ha n'ime ekwensu niile ahụ ịfụrụ Chineke fụrụ wee sị anyị na ndị enwere mmekọ uwe niile ahụ ka ịfụrụ ndị a jiri yiri that is why ihe na-eme ụmụnne ha na-adịzi ha ka anything kama ha na-enwe dị joy sef dị afọ ekpere ka anyị ga-esi mee gịnị pepụ ha n'obodo a were abụ otuto nye Chukwu okike ọrụ ahụ o bidoro na mbụ ya na anyị anarube ije ahụ nne na nna anyị hapụrụ kemgbe anyị anarube ya anyị dịzi redi ịnarụ ya kịta ya bịa nyere anyị aka n'ọsetigo ngwanụ ngwajisie n'ike onye nwaanyị nọ eri ụnụ ihe niile unu na-eme dị anyị mma ndị niile ji obi ha niile were na-eme ihe strọgụ Biafra etu aka ụzọ ha ga-esi na-aga werere
You say, okay, I will have another caller here, Kinsley. Kinsley, welcome to the show. You have been waiting since. Welcome, my brother.
Before Kinsley speak, let me say something about our sister that just came online. Welcome, bro Kinsley. You're welcome. So
thank you, bro. Choose.
Don't worry. Let's Kinsley finish, then you will summarize. Okay. Let's Kinsley finish because we are running short of hand.
So on that, our sister that just came in, most of the time when we are here talking online broadcasting, some people will think that it's just about people abroad. Today, I thank Chukwu Gabiyama that we have had somebody who is on the ground. Somebody who is on the ground, who is seeing what is happening. We have been broadcasting and shouting about what is going on in Biafra and Nigeria. Today, you have heard directly how they feel, what is going on. And you have seen what the woman have just said, what she said. Her speech, if her speech did not touch you, and you're watching this video, that means you're not human. If anything she has said has not touched you, you are not human. These are people who are at the face of the war. People who are facing the war directly. Look at what she is saying. That people at home are willing to do everything possible on their own side to make sure that Mazin Nandi Kano is released and that we have our freedom. She did not only come to this broadcast to make noise. She gave us three options. She gave us three ideas that I pointed out. I am going to read it out for you clearly so that you can see the three suggestions that she brought up. One of the suggestions she brought up, she spoke to our brothers in our family in Coastal region. The Biafras in the Coastal region. She has told them what to do. Even if you cannot be able to sit at home, there are certain things you can do to cripple the economy of that very country called Nigeria in that very area. There are things you can do. The economy of this Janjaweed, the taproot is in Biafra land, in Coastal region. Our brothers in Coastal region, even if you cannot sit at home, there is something you can do. Those of you working in oil companies, there is something you can do. We can cripple the economy. You can do it. This is the time to do it. People on the mainland and do their own. And she also suggested that those of us who are living abroad, we have to continue and heighten up that protest again. That is our second suggestion. That we have to heighten up that very protest we have been doing before. We should heighten it up again. Turn it up, turn it up. Don't bring it down. Turn it up to the highest level. You have seen everything you are doing abroad is having effect in Nigeria. It's having effect on our people that are living down home. That is why you that is living abroad, you must not be weak. You must not be weak. For 1 second, 1 minute, don't be weak. And the seat at home, she has confirmed, remains the only option. Don't forget this. Go home with this. You have had with somebody who is in Nigeria. Some of you are saying that we are abroad ranting. People are abroad ranting. They don't know what is happening. Today, you have had somebody who is calling from Biafra land, telling you what is actually happening. Thank you, my brother Kinsley. You can say what you want to say, my brother Kinsley. You're welcome.
All right, you're welcome. My brother Juice. I'm Kinsley calling from Uganda.
You're welcome, Kinsley.
Thank you so much. Bro Juice, I highly appreciate your wonderful work. The same thing with my sister Linda. Thank you. God bless you guys for the wonderful job you are doing. It's not easy. And not everybody will devote the time to come online and be, broadcasting. You are doing a wonderful job. And I highly appreciate you guys for that. God bless you abundantly.
Bless you too.
Yeah. What I'm contributing on this is that if all of us know very well, people that if you are sensible enough, you know that this sit at home is affecting the politician called Ohaneze, who is against our struggle. And that's why they are doing everything possible to make sure they stop that sit at home. And what we need now is to revive that sit at home to be more active. That Monday sit at home to be more active than ever before. Monday to sit at home is very, very important and is hurting our enemies. So we should encourage our people at home to maintain that, because I didn't see any other thing that DOS have introduced in order to make this to release this our leader, something that will ask the people who is holding our leader to make them to release him. I have never seen anything. The only thing they do, when you cancel something, you have to come up with another.
I cannot hear you very well. Can you check your mic? Maybe you go out and come back.
Okay.
Can you check your mic? You call back again. Your voice is echoing. I cannot hear you. Chook Survivor, I don't know if you can hear him, but I'm not hearing what he's saying.
The voice is shaking. It's not steady.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
So before he calls back, Chook Survivor, let's call. Okay, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go straight to your point, your suggestion, please, because we are running short of time. So, Chook Survivor, before he continues or before he calls back, let's talk about this. There are two things we have not pointed out here. I talk about at the beginning. I talk about Ambassadorial attack to Nigeria. What do you think that led to this Ambassadorial attacking Nigeria? And the issue of Igbo elders visiting Asorok to beg for Mazin Nandi Kano. Please, can you summarize it in 5 to 6 minutes, because it's evening here.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. On the visit of the elders to Asorok, I don't want any Biafran to rejoice yet. I don't want Biafran to rejoice yet. Don't rejoice about anything yet. There is nothing to rejoice about. There is nothing to rejoice about. We are not standing against them and we are not talking down on them. All we are saying, if you are going on a political solution, continue to go on your political solution. Meanwhile, we the masses will continue to go on our civil disobedience. Their visit to Asorok, they visited Asorok. On getting there, the imposter in Asorok told them that he's going to think about it. What he said in his own word, that what they are requesting for is a very difficult task, but that he's going to look into it. I am going to look into it. We don't know how long it's going to take. None of us know how long it's going to take and what is going to be the outcome. That is why I am saying we cannot stop what we are doing. As we saw them going to that Asorok, I must tell you, some elders I saw there that we are part of the people that went to the Asorok are people I respect so much. And they are people that Mazin Nandi Kano respect so much. Some of them are among them. But what I am telling you is that we cannot leave what we are doing because we can't rejoice here. There's no need to rejoice. What are you rejoicing about? What are we rejoicing about? Have they stopped the touch of Mazin Nandi Kano? Even to move Mazin Nandi Kano from DSS to correctional center. They have not done it. They have not done it. Mazin Nandi Kano is still facing torture as I'm speaking to you, as we are speaking. The people who went to see the so-called imposter in Asoro, they are still killing people in Biafra land. They are still bombing Biafra land. People are being killed on daily basis in Biafra land. So why is anybody rejoicing that they have gone to go and see the imposter in Asoro? Even after seeing the imposter, what has changed? Nothing. Nothing has changed. So we have to hold on anything that we're holding hand on. We must have to continue on our civil disobedience. More especially Monday sit at home. Monday sit at home. If you have not been participating before, continue to participate. For those of us who are abroad, call home and tell them to participate. And those of us who are doing protests abroad, please activate your protest again. We have to start afresh. We have to start our protest again. You can see the kind of energy that protest is giving to people at home. A woman from Biafra has confessed it, that everything we are doing here is having an effect on their own struggle. It's giving them the energy to fight more. When are you going to stop what is working? You think when we are, some of them say we are ranting, but everything we are saying on social media is what is changing the environment, turning the environment and making it too hot for them in Nigeria. What you and I are doing, even as you are sharing this video, reaching out to everybody, continue to do so. Share the video, let it reach to every single human being in the Biafra land, including abroad. That is how to make the noise. Let everybody focus on that very particular position of contraption and tell them, let them know that something is wrong. That is the right thing to do. Don't rejoice yet. We have not seen anything good from whatever meeting they have held. We are not stopping them. Let them continue on their whatever they call it, political solution. We are continuing on our civil disobedience, which is the one that we have seen work. That is what we continue to do. Thank you, my sister.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. And you skip one, the Ambassadorial attack. What do you think that made the Ambassadorial to attack Nigeria?
Yeah, on the issue, we woke up and we saw that that one was also trending in their conventional media. In their conventional media, almost all their channel we are telling us how Ambassadorial attacked some section of Nigeria. But we cannot believe any news from this very contraption called Nigeria. They are all bunch of liars. They can lie and lie with everything. It might even be Boko Haram that is killing them, and they will now blame it on Ambassadorial. Ambassadorians have not spoken. We have not heard from the leader of Ambassadorial. If Ambassadorial have any attack on Nigeria, at least we are going to know if their leader is going to speak. The leader of Ambassadorial has not spoken. We are only hearing from that same liars, the Janjaweed, their media. They are still the same people parading this lie that Ambassadorial attacked. How did they know that those people were Ambassadorial soldiers? How did they know? How did they know? It might be one of those, their bandits or their terrorists that attacked them. Now they want to blame it on our brothers in Ambassadorial so that we begin to have problems with Ambassadorial, or use that and tie us down and say that we call Ambassadorial to come and fight against them. These people are very good in propaganda, but we are ahead of them. The Janjaweed, they are good in propaganda, but we are ahead of them. We can never buy into anything they are saying until we have evidence. The ambassadors have their mouth to defend themselves. If anything of such is happening, the ambassadorial leader is in good terms with us. He speaks to BIAFRAS, he tells us what happened. If anything such happens, we will hear from the ambassadorial leader. Whatever we are hearing from the Janjaweed and the conventional media, we cannot buy into it. And I don't buy anything they are saying. I don't believe it until I hear from the Amazonians. Thank you, my sister. That is my take on that.
Okay, with this, I'm sorry, I have callers here, but we have to end this program today. We have spent almost 2 hours, some minutes. It's not easy. Next week, Saturday, if you want to call in, you call in early. You come early so that I will give you opportunity to speak. I have tried, and my brother, Chief Survivor, have also tried. I believe he have other things to do. We are not going to sleep in live broadcast. So next week, Onochie and many others that are waiting for me to bring them in. I'm sorry, we need to end the program here. After watching this, please share any video pertaining Mazin Nandi Kano you see me posting in my community. Please share. Please share it. Sharing it, you are not doing good to me. You are not doing anything, but it's just to pass information across. Like you heard our sister who called in from Nigeria. She said that all this ranting, all these protests, all these videos will make, they are going a long way. Your own, since you cannot come out to sit and broadcast like this, since you cannot make video, your own work is to share. And sharing will not remove anything from you. And if you like this platform, you like what I do here, please, after watching, subscribe. And the subscription, I don't know, is it because they call it subscriptions, or people think when they subscribe, the money in their bank will disappear? Or maybe when they subscribe, the money in their phone will disappear? No, it's not going to cost you anything. The meaning of that subscription is just for you to be a member. And when you subscribe, please turn on your notification bell. This is very, very important. Sometimes people said we don't get your notification because you did not turn it to all notifications. There is a bell there that says like. Once you see a video, like the video, you turn on the notification bell to all notification. In that way, anytime I upload videos, even those without notification, because YouTube notify my audience 3 times in a day. If I upload 3 videos, that is the only one you will be notified. The ones without notification, you will not see it. But if you set it to all notification, whenever I upload, you will see it. Sometimes a lot of you complain that I cut videos. Yes, if you are not watching the video for a long, remember, this is a memory card time. If I should post a video of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you watch it for 5 minutes. How will I now end it to 40 minutes when you are not watching it for long? Is the way you watch the video that encourage me to make it long or short. What I do is that I put the most important places and I play it to you. Please subscribe, share, always comment. When you are commenting, comment responsibly, comment constructively. You are free to criticize, but do not insult. So I want to thank everyone that supported me. My moderator, Chukwuma Okay, may God Almighty bless you. You assigned yourself this work. May God Almighty bless you. I don't know you in person, but God knows you. May God bless you. When Biafra is restored, you will get more blessing from it. And my brother Chuk Survivor, we have been in this together. It's not easy. My sister Lady J, it's not easy. Queen Entertainment is not easy. It's not easy. All these things you people see we are doing is not easy. Honestly, it takes strength, knowledge before you do it. Sometimes you will see a video, you don't know the title to give it. Sometimes you will see news, you will not feel like talking. Sometimes I will see news, I will not have that strength to talk. Like this information that they pass across about Mazin Nandi Kano, it wasn't easy. Before I could record that video, I recorded it up to 10 times because at the middle of it, I will start crying. I have to stop it and start again. I'll start crying. And somebody like me, I am emotional person. I am somebody that is really emotional. I don't like to see other people in pain. I don't like to see other people, regardless of whom you are. So when I read that, I was imagining what he is passing through. What made them to say this thing out? It means that it's worse. It's not that because we are saying it orally, you people think it's easy. It's not easy like that. For them to cry out now, maybe Mazin Nandi Kano is hospitalized, maybe it's in very, very critical condition. For them to open their mouth, remember, all this while the barrister will come out and tell us he is in high spirit. Whenever he use that word, I will feel like, what does this man mean? Is he taking us to be a fool? Somebody in a hellfire, somebody who is suffering. You said he is a high spirit. Which type of high spirit is that? So, my dear people of Biafra, the best thing you can do to Mazin Nandi Kano, the best thing you can do to, fasten this, share the video, share it, especially that video I made about his tortured in detention. Please share it. You may think people are not seeing it. They are seeing it. That video is supposed to go viral. One of my American friends, he watched that video. He said, are they still doing this thing to this man? So you don't know, as you are sharing it, you don't know who will be watching it. You don't know who will come to the rescue. Sometimes you feel that when you share, you are doing good. You are not doing good to me. The only good thing you can do to me is now that I'm live. You click on that what do you call it, super chat button. That is the only thing you can do to me. But sharing my video, you are not doing me any good. I beg of you, if you are a strong believer of Biafra, if you are doing this struggle with your heart, please, any video pertaining Mazin Nandi Kano in this condition, share it to any platform. If you can see spirit, I will even prefer for you to share it to spirit, because it will make it to go viral more than human being. So I want to appreciate everybody. My brother Chief Survivor, thank you so much. I don't know if you have something to say.
Thank
Maybe
you, my
you
sister.
say under 1 minute, then I will close the program.
Okay, my sister, thank you so much. I appreciate every Biafran that have been able to be patient from the beginning of this program up to this time. I say, may Chukwu Okike bless and protect every one of you. And I pray that Chukwu Okike will continue to protect our sister, Linear TV show. Protect her and protect the channel, make provisions for her and continue to bless her. We pray and pray that every Biafran that is in Biafra land, they will never lose their life. Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land. I also pray that Chukwu Okike will continue to protect the ESN that our students in Ghana have formed. I pray that Chukwu Okike will protect every Biafran, every Oduduwan, every Middle Betan, every indigenous person in the continental called Nigeria. Chukwu Okike will continue to protect all of you. I pray that Chukwu Okike will protect our Supreme Leader Mazin Nandi Kano. He will guide him. He will grant him complete healing. He will grant him protection. Grant him more wisdom and knowledge. Grant him more revelation. Very, very soon, Mazin Nandi Kano is going to join us. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Remember, civil disobedience remains the only weapon that we have. Hold it very strong. Hold it dearly. If you are in Nigeria, embark on the sit at home on Monday. Let this coming Monday be the greatest sit at home that we have ever seen. Don't relent in your effort. Everything that you are doing, that I am doing, is having effect, and we must overcome. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you so much for watching. I remain blessed. See you again next Saturday.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, Onoche. I'm sorry that I cannot bring you in again. We will see again next week. Next week, I promise you, I'm going to bring you in. Thank you, everyone that is watching, that have spent their time watching this program. May God Almighty bless you all. As I will end the program now.
Nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. My Python dance a third. Nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. My Python dance a third. Nandi go to I more.